How professional performance was that today?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think the boys were very good today. As we said before, we had to be on it. I think today's day is Crawley's. I always think that, when the side comes to you and it's got nothing to lose, and I thought that they played well today, played their part in a game that, I don't know, another couple of degrees and it might have even been off. So it's been a real old cold day today, and it's a tricky game to play when you play in opposition who are going well in their league and then you come up against them. So our boys, I thought, were very professional today. We had a different formation that we've had very little time turn around to probably even work on. That's not to say we'll always play that, but it was just good to do that. Very good for Joe Quigley to get off the mark. I thought he took his 2 goals really well, but I think he was set up magnificent by Harry Cardwell for the first, and then by Manny for the second. And I just said to Harry Cardwell in there that, whilst we're all pleased for Joe, and everybody is, because he's a great guy and he's done lots of work over the last couple of months, and it's sort of gone unsung really, all the work that he's done, but certainly not from us within the dressing room. So he's been brilliant. We're chuffed for him, but Harry Cardwell deserves a special mention today because I thought he was excellent today.
And an opportunity for the strikers to play up front with another striker up alongside them, but also to work the channels a little bit more as well, because they didn't have the natural wingers out there.
No, though they didn't have. Well, they had Tom out there, for the best part of the game, but they didn't have another winger out there. But what you don't want to be is open too much. One of their sides plays quite narrow, so whilst they look like they're in a 4-4-2, they're probably actually not quite in it. So we needed to be mindful of that going into the game. And whenever you play against a team that are, doing well in their league, it's always an awkward one. And today was an awkward game, and the lads have just been talking in there about a few of the results have gone today, and it just goes to show what a tough, honest competition that we run in our country.
And also, you had to work to get that first goal. You had plenty of opportunities in the first half, but it was goalless. What did you want more of from your players at half time?
When I spoke to the boys at half time, I was really happy with their endeavour. I thought some of the passing movements we had, I thought were really good. Some of the passages, I think we should have been. We've had 5 really good goal scoring opportunities, and they've either got a block. I think we've hit the post twice, and I carved out 5 good opportunities in that first half that on any other God-given day we could have scored 5. 5-0 would have been harsh on them, but we could have scored 5 in the first half. And I said to them, if we carry on working for those opportunities and we get 5 more in the second half, we won't miss 5 more chances, or we won't hit the post 2 or 3 times. We'll get our rewards, and we did.
And when Joe scored, obviously, confidence up, and so often with goal scorers, a bit like buses, you get one and along comes a second.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair to Joe, he hasn't lost any confidence. He's a great lad, really, really popular in the dressing room, really popular. Like they all are with each other, but everybody's pleased for Joe today, I think, because of being here, all the work he's done, the strength that he takes out of defenders with his strength. So yeah, I'm pleased Joe's got 2. If you'd have asked me before the game, the strikers would have got 1. Did I want one to have 2 and the other one to have none? I'd have probably gone no, and I'd have liked both of them to get a goal each. I think it's when you're a striker and you're a manager, I think it's a perfect result. 2-0. If you're playing with 2 strikers, both your strikers score, you keep a clean sheet and you win the game. So yeah, I suppose somewhere along the line it was a perfect scoreline, but we probably could have had more today with a little bit more luck, not bad finishing.
You don't want to be using that up on a day when you're winning 2-0 necessarily, do you?
No, well, we haven't had too much luck anyway, I don't feel. I think we've had to work for everything we've got, which is fair enough. If that's what the rules are, that's what the rules are.
how important was keeping that nil at the end, because you could have brought on subs earlier and protected players for Wednesday, but you seem to get the balance right, got the players on, and also the clean sheet.
Thank you. Was that a question or a compliment?
Both, I think. Complimentary question.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so my decisions will be based on what my eyes are telling me, really. They had a few shots at the end, but I think when you're sat in the stand and when you're looking at them, they look a little bit closer than what they are. I just spoke to Jed about that, and I think he had them covered. But then again, he might say that anyway, mightn't he? But no, it was just it's another good win. Forest Green can't have enough wins wrapped around them.
And obviously, Wednesday, another home game. Obviously, I'd imagine you'd want a few more here than here today, but if you can keep that momentum going at home, then it just keeps the club ticking over the wings over, doesn't it?
There'll be more here on Wednesday, I'm sure about that, and we'll have this end open, and when you've got sides of the ground shut down, it's a nightmare. I don't believe that helps us at all, but there wasn't many at the game today, but big thanks to those who did come, and for those who couldn't come, we're sorry you couldn't come, whether that ended up being you had other arrangements, or sometimes you can't afford it, can you? If you have a Christmas, January becomes expensive for everybody, so we understand that, and we're pleased we've won for not only those that have come to the game today, but those that would have been sat at home and refreshing their phone every minute and finding what the score is and all of that. So yeah, we're pretty happy, and we're pretty humble.